Hello, I'm Laura. I'm the CEO of VMV Hypoallergenics. We're here to save the world's skin with the safest, most proven effective care on the planet. And today I will be talking to you about the smells of virgin coconut oil. And we actually have a really popular blog post about this on vmvinskin.com. So if you would like more information, you can certainly get more there. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about what virgin coconut oil should smell like, because there's been a lot of talk about the smell of virgin coconut oil being a marker of how pure it is, how good it is, how it's extracted, etc. So I'll get into that. Before I do, please remember to follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're interested in any of our products, you can shop them internationally at vmvhypoallergenics.com or vmvhypoallergenics.ph in the Philippines. Many people, when they think of coconut oil and the smell of coconut oil, what they're really thinking of is that super rich, incredibly yummy smell that you get with food, or that you might associate with massage oils on the beach. And actually, a lot of those things are fragrances manufactured to smell like coconut oil. As a general rule, though, that super yummy, scrumptious, wonderful scent is actually associated with less pure, not organic, not cold first pressed virgin coconut oil. It doesn't make it a bad thing, because even sort of impure or less organic, heat treated coconut oil is actually still very good for you, and often better than many other vegetable oils, particularly if they're partially hydrogenated. But for the skin, for the hair, particularly for skin conditions like that are very sensitive, psoriasis, contact dermatitis, atopic dermatitis, or eczema, anything with barrier defect, for example, you want pure, first cold pressed, organic virgin coconut oil which actually tends to smell not very much at all. The other thing I want to sort of overemphasize here is, if you're reaching for a product that really smells like coconut, check the ingredients list, because there's a fairly good chance that there's an ingredient there that has that scent. If you actually picked up, made your own coconut oil, you would notice that's not quite the scent that it tends to have. Virgin coconut oil, pure, organic, first and cold pressed, not subjected to heat or enzymes, or not with any additives that might be allergenic, certainly not RBD oil. Pure organic, first cold pressed, is excellent for even very sensitive skin conditions. We actually have published studies on it, in particular for conditions like atopic dermatitis. We regularly use it. It's regularly recommended for conditions like psoriasis, rosacea, because it's such a great humectant. Its fatty acids are native to skin. It makes a lovely protective barrier on the skin. It's barrier repairing. It's slightly occlusive. It has antimicrobial properties. It's got all these great things that are so good for many sensitive skin conditions, or skin made sensitive because of the pandemic and over disinfecting, which is necessary. So please, disinfect and wash your hands and all that. But that can be damaging to skin and cause barrier defect, alcohols and things like that. Virgin coconut oil that is this pure and certified organic and first and cold pressed is fantastic for that. The trade-off is like fine wine. When you make fine wine, you don't skimp on steps. It does take time. It is a slow, sort of traditional manual process. It takes more coconuts to make one little bottle of this, for example, because it is that slow. And we do that so as to ensure there's no allergens in the processing, storage, nothing when it comes to the oil. Plus, we retain as many as possible of the phytochemicals, the actives that make it so great, in the oil. So in general, the nose does know if a virgin coconut oil is harvested quickly. For us, it's within hours, without heat or chemicals. There's hardly any odor. A lot of that yummy smell actually comes from heating up the oil. So when it's slow and manual, there's hardly any odor to the coconut oil, to the virgin coconut oil. The thing is, to manufacture it like that, to process it like that, it's like fine wine. It is much slower, much less efficient. It makes for a purer, high quality product that's really lovely, very hypoallergenic. A lot more phytochemicals are still retained, so it's much more active in its benefits, but it is more expensive to make as opposed to just, using heat or chemicals or centrifuge or whatever to get as much oil out as quickly as possible. So yeah, that's kind of the trade-off. So getting into the chemistry just a little bit, the natural inherent scent of coconut oil, virgin coconut oil, is from lactones inherent to the drupe, which is what it is. And not all lactones are allergens, and the lactones that are in VCO are not allergens. They're not in the sesquiterpenes, which is a common inclusion, a standard inclusion in patch test trays because it is a top allergen. The thing is, heating the oil results in more lactones. So even though the lactones in coconut oil are not allergens, you don't want a lot of them anyway. It's one of the reasons why unheated virgin coconut oil is safer. And even centrifuge can result in a little bit of heat, so we don't do that either. The kicker is, just because a coconut oil doesn't smell much doesn't necessarily mean it is pure, organic, slow, first cold pressed and all of that. There is, for example, a classic coconut oil that is RBD, which stands for refined, bleached, and deodorized. And as you can imagine, each of those initials, each of those processes makes for a less pure oil, increases the risk of an allergenic reaction. Refined, bleached, deodorized, right? So, even in skincare, when we hear deodorized, that sort of thing, we know that there's a higher risk of an allergic reaction. And RBD oil is not for use on the skin, is what we would say, because it comes from copra. It is left on the side of the road to dry in the sun. The thing is, so it doesn't smell like anything. RBD oil on purpose is refined, bleached, and deodorized to not smell like anything because its primary use is in cooking, or one of its primary uses is in cooking. And coconut oil, when it's pure, virgin, etc., does have a taste, right? So it can, I love it, a lot of people love it, but there are some cuisines that work better with an oil that doesn't have such a characteristic strong taste. So for RBD oil, without that taste, can be actually perfect for many cuisines. And even RBD oil is better than most other vegetable oils, particularly the ones that are partially hydrogenated. Even RBD coconut oil is cholesterol free. It's got all these great things going for it. So even the cheapo RBD oil is really actually not bad, but for cooking, particularly like for high heat cooking and stuff. We would recommend for salads, your bullet coffee, for your skin, for your hair, we'd recommend a pure, organic, cold, first pressed virgin coconut oil instead, to lessen the risk of an allergic reaction and also to get more of the phytochemicals and the other benefits that come with coconut oil. So if you think that, if I get a product and it says virgin coconut oil, and the oil doesn't have a strong scent, so it must be the oil for my skin, right? Maybe, maybe not. So like a lot of things, wine, red wine, I think in particular, honey, when a characteristic becomes known in the industry as being more premium and fetching a higher price, like less scent in a coconut oil, there are some manufacturers who will try to maybe game that a little bit. So you might see, for example, an RBD coconut oil that is labeled virgin coconut oil and sold as a virgin coconut oil when in fact it's RBD. But because when you smell it, you don't smell anything. You think, yeah, maybe this is a virgin coconut oil. It's not. So taking it a little bit further, adulteration can occur because there's such a premium on really pure, first cold pressed coconut oil and its absence of scent. Sometimes it happens. You'll have a manufacturer who'll make a heat treated coconut oil with a rather strong scent, and to bring down the scent, they'll mix in other oils like soy or corn. So there are those risks as well. Check the ingredients and again, look up the brand online and see what you can find out. On the other hand, you might run into a virgin coconut oil that is heat treated and has a bit of a stronger smell, but maybe not so much. The thing is, there's no clear strict regulation for what virgin means in virgin coconut oil. So you can have a heat treated or enzyme treated virgin coconut oil as well. Many times you would need to look for the certified organic seal. This is a regulated seal, certified organic, right? It is rather strictly regulated in many countries. So people have to see, these are the multiple registrations like that. Those are the multiple registrations from different countries, and auditors have to come and audit the farm. It is regulated rather strictly, the organic seal. So that can help make sure you're getting a pure organic virgin coconut oil, right? Will that assure that it's first and cold pressed? No. But at least, chances are higher it won't be an RBD oil or something that is not organic. So the organic certification can help in terms of how the coconut was grown and packed, no additives and stuff like that. Heat treated, it may not cover that. So yeah, it's a little bit of a balance, right? Ideally, look for the organic seal, smell the product, but yeah, you might want to contact the manufacturer, or at least look them up online to see, is this really cold first pressed virgin coconut oil organic that I can use on my sensitive skin and my hair, to use in my mouth to swallow for my foods and stuff. You should check. I guess in a nutshell, as it were, scent helps in your identifying of the coconut oil that you can use. The stronger the scent, chances are it was heated to begin with. It smells a bit more like food, like that yummy, yummy coconut scent. Or if it smells really incredible, maybe not something to eat, but really incredible, there might be a chance that it's actually a fragrance that's added. If a coconut oil smells less, has a less strong odor, this is a better bet that it is not heat treated, but it's not a sure thing because it can be RBD oil. It can be adulterated oil. It could be deodorized in some other way to reduce the scent. So that would not be ideal for sensitive skin conditions. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Yes, the scent can help, but it's not the only thing that you should consider when selecting your coconut oil. So I hope that was helpful. And a little reminder about who we are. VMV Hypoallergenics makes the safest, most proven effective care on the planet, and how we do that is by allergen omission. We have a great rating system. All of our products, like here, which shows you how many allergens are not in a formulation, and if this had one, it would be clearly marked with an asterisk, and you would see in the ingredients list the asterisk and underline of the ingredient that is an allergen. It's highly unlikely you would patch test for all top contact allergens. So if, say, the included allergen were vitamin E, which is a wonderful antioxidant, and you patch tested positive to parabens, then you can still use the product. So it's a great way to quickly see what you can and cannot use. That VH rating system is so effective. We've had less than 0.1% reactions reported in over 30 years. And you can see this published in a great study in the leading contact dermatitis journal. Talking about published study in a journal, how we prove efficacy is we do clinical studies, and many of them are so robust or legitimate that they have been published in peer-reviewed journals. Thanks to my mother, who is our founding dermatologist and dermatopathologist, we have over 75, and she has hundreds or so, many of them related to VMV, what goes into VMV, our formulations themselves, etc. So yeah, that is who we are. I really hope you found this helpful. Please feel free to share it with someone. Definitely ask your questions in the comments. We love answering your questions, and let us know what else you'd like to learn about. So thank you for joining me for the skinny on what should virgin coconut oil smell like. And I will see you next time. Have a skintastic day.